the power of the gross rental multiplier and accessory dwelling unit investing in LA and beyond. This is Home Guru Lab. I'm David Hartman. Today we're going to do some math. Sorry, so hang on. But first, a definition. In the world of real estate investing, there is an acronym that's important. GRM. It stands for Gross Rental Multiplier. Gross as in all of it, rental as in rent, and multiplier as in, well, multiply. According to Barron's Dictionary of Real Estate Terms, gross rental multiplier is the sales price divided by the contract rental rate. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the gross rental multiplier is used to calculate the value of a property that is rented out. Mostly it's used when referring to multifamily residential property. The nice thing about the GRM is how easy it is to use. This method of calculating the value of the property does not include subtracting any expenses. So if you have a property you're trying to value and it collects $3,000 a month in rents, we just use that number. No need to subtract for utilities, for vacancy, for management expenses, just the $3,000. Kind of nice. Some people use the gross rental multiplier on a monthly basis. As I was taught when I was a real estate appraiser, the gross rental multiplier is used on the annual gross rents, but it can be used on the monthly gross rent too. Both are easy to calculate. Take the rents collected per month, multiply it by 12, and multiply that by the gross rental multiplier. Voila, you have the value of the property. Pretty simple. So here's the math. One example. You own a property and it has a few units. Every month you collect $10,000 in rent. You happen to know that the gross rental multiplier for your neighborhood is 10. Here's the math part. Take the $10,000 a month in rent, multiply it by 12 months, and multiply that by the gross rental multiplier, in this case 10. So that gives you $1.2 million. That's the value of the property. Simple as that. So in this example, it's important to remember the gross rental multiplier is 10. And here is where the recent laws with accessory dwelling units become fascinating. You do some research and you realize you can add accessory dwelling units to your property. You realize with the accessory dwelling units you can add to your property, you will add an additional $4,000 a month. It is going to cost $300,000 to add these additional accessory dwelling units. So now we're back at the math. After the accessory dwelling units are installed and rented out, you now bring in $14,000 a month in gross monthly rents. Multiply that $14,000 times 12 months times the gross rental multiplier of 10, and now you have a property that's worth $1,680,000. That's $480,000 more than your property was worth before. More importantly, your investment of $300,000 produced a benefit of $480,000. That is 160% of your investment. You received a 60% return on your investment of that $300,000. If you used a loan, your cash on cash return was even larger. Yes, these numbers are fictitious, but the truth of the matter is I'm downplaying the power of adding an accessory dwelling unit when coupled with the gross rental multiplier. I'm doing this to make the math easier to follow. Today, true gross rental multiplier rates for West Coast cities is much higher than 10. They actually range from 15 to 22. And with rents on the rise, you are guaranteed to get a higher return than 60% return on investment like I indicated here. These new laws are a guaranteed new sexy way to make money in the real estate market. If you want to know more about adding an accessory dwelling unit to your multifamily property or have questions about the gross rental multiplier, reach out to me. If you like what I've shared here with you today, click the like button, maybe drop a comment or two, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the important content that I've gathered together for you. This is Home Guru Lab, and I'm David Hartman.